Hi everyone, welcome to 2025. I'm Steve Harville with Creative Ventures, and this is our first edition of Over Coffee in the New Year. So it's a rainy morning, November 14th, 1969 in Florida. And sitting in a cramped little capsule on top of a Saturn V rocket, 363 feet tall, sat the three astronauts of the Apollo 12 lunar mission: Pete Conrad, Alan Bean, and Richard Gordon. Now at 11:30 a.m. they got the okay to launch. But 36 seconds into the launch, the rocket was struck by lightning. The crew radioed Houston Mission Control with, "What the heck was that?" Master alarms were blaring, caution lights were flashing. The three main fuel cells had no data. It was moments of confusion as to what was happening, and 16 seconds later, a second lightning strike hit it. And this time, it knocked out everything. Telemetry was gone. They didn't even know where they were. Seasoned flight director Jerry Griffin was trying to sort out the situation in real time. Everyone at Mission Control was working the data, figuring out what the next steps were. Sitting at his station and watching data quickly scroll on his screen was NASA engineer John Aaron. Now, despite the chaos, he calmly noticed something, a pattern that he recognized from the extensive training he had done earlier. He quickly grabbed the flight director Griffin's attention and said, "Tell them to switch the SCE to auxiliary." "What?" "Tell them to switch the SEC to auxiliary now." So they contact the Apollo 12 astronauts and say, "Mission Control to Apollo 12, please switch the SEC to auxiliary." Pete Conrad, the captain of the astronauts, said, "What? The what to what?" He said the SCE to auxiliary. Now, Alan Bean, the astronaut sitting to the left of Pete Conrad, looked down at his control panel and he saw the switch. He looked over to Conrad. Conrad nodded. He flipped the switch from SCE to auxiliary. And moments later, things returned to normal on the capsule. The entire situation was over in under 2 minutes. John Aaron became the first person to be referred to and to have the unofficial award given to him of Steely-Eyed Missile Man, one of the highest honors given to anyone at NASA. You see, NASA trains. NASA creates redundancies. And then NASA trains again. This is a lot to learn from NASA. You see, their approach to training and skill enhancement should be the model for most companies. If you do it right, you'll train people that will become stars, that will be able to think on their feet, that will become your steely-eyed missile man. So think a little bit about how you approach that. Find ways to reward, and perhaps you will find yourself with the best team you've ever had. Thanks for listening. Look forward to seeing you next time on Over Coffee.